Echo Alpha Golf, CQ photo.
Kilo Echo 2, Golf November Papa.
Kilo Echo 2 again.
Kilo Echo 2, Golf November Papa, calling from New Jersey.
Yeah, okay, Roger. Kilo Echo 2, Golf November Papa. From Kilo 2, Echo Alpha Golf. I have you 57 into the Adirondack Park, US 2001. Over.
I have you at 5-5 here in New Jersey.
All right, QSL. Thanks for New Jersey. Appreciate the contact. CQ POTA, CQ Adirondack. This is Kilo 2, Echo Alpha Golf. CQ Park's on the air.
Kilo Charlie 1, Quebec, X-Ray Lima.
Kilo Charlie 1, Quebec, X-Ray Lima. Year 59 here into US 2001, Adirondack Park.
QSL, year 5959 here in Vermont, Victor Tango.
Thanks for Vermont, 73. Kilo 2, Echo Alpha Golf, Adirondack, CQ POTA. CQ Adirondack, the CQ Park's on the air. Kilo 2, Echo Alpha Golf. Whiskey Victor 2 Zulu, year 55 into US 200.
Good luck with activate the Adirondack. 055 here, November Yankee. I'm over at Kansas.
Okay, Roger. Thank you for November Yankee, 73. CQ POTA, CQ Park's on the air. CQ activate the Adirondack. Echo Alpha Golf. Kilo 8, November Echo Echo, you're 55 into US 201. QSL November Charlie, thank you for November Charlie, 73. CQ POTA, CQ Park's on the air, Kilo 2, Echo Alpha Golf. CQ activate the Adirondack, CQ Park's on the air, Kilo 2, Echo Alpha Golf. CQ activate the Adirondack, CQ Park's on the air, Kilo 2, Echo Alpha Golf. CQ for activate the Adirondacks and Park's on the air. This is Kilo 2 Echo Alpha Golf. Kilo 2 Echo Alpha Golf, CQ POTA. Kilo 2 Echo Alpha Golf. CQ Adirondack, CQ Park's on the air. Kilo 2 Echo Alpha Golf. CQ Park's on the air, CQ Adirondack, Kilo 2 Echo Alpha Golf. November 3, Lima Oscar uniform from Kilo 2 Echo Alpha Golf, year 57 into US 2001 Adirondack Park.
What's going on, Matt? Good to hear you. November 3, Lima Oscar uniform. Roger.
There we go. And That's about it for the moment. So let me pass it back to you, and we can go ahead and put a ribbon on this.
Okay, Bill. Good enough. Well, you got a lot of projects in motion there. When you get the train set all up and running and looking wonderful, I think you should send us a photo of that. Just text one up to us. I know I'd like to see it, and maybe Doug and any of the other guys would too. And let me see. I had a couple of questions. Two questions really. The AM net. I've been trying to figure out the best way to do AM with this radio. When I tried it several months ago, it really was quite distorted, and I never really looked into it any further. So what I would need to do is to work on that more, and when I do think I have it solved, check into a net where the participants are well-versed in what AM is supposed to sound like. So what is this AM net of which you speak? Over.
Well, there's a morning one on Sunday mornings, which the check-in time varies due to propagation issues first thing in the morning. It's normally 7 o'clock or so. There's an adjacent net that sometimes runs over that delays it, but it's on 3835, and it's called the AM carrier net, and the net control is a fella up in Connecticut. His name is Joe, and his call sign is N1VIV, and but he's real good. And then the afternoon AM net is Joe Feld, AWA, PM.
And that control cars membership number 10580. Next stop, Ted. Good morning. Kilo Charlie 8, Charlie Oscar India. Come on in, sir.
Virginia, we've had a succession of them, and looks like we're going to have about a week or at least another week of decent weather. I guess that's Mother Nature's gift versus slant with a bad winter. But anyway, it's Peter right there today.
And it's not healthy for you.
He said certain. I think only I haven't heard him say anything about Dunkin'. So I did hear him say. Something about the Starbucks pumpkin coffee and how they put some sort of stuff in there that tastes pumpkin-y, but it's very bad for you. So I was surprised at that, but I don't really do Starbucks, so.
Yeah, no, Dunkin's on the list, so if you read it on the website, you click on the article, read further, Dunkin is on the list, and he explains what's bad with the Dunkin'. It has to do with their coffee as well, so there you go. I mean, you're going to find something bad about everybody, I'm sure, but I like to make my own coffee. I use the 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, I buy the whole bean. I have my own grinder. But, you know, I have to tell you, I hardly do that anymore. I use Cafe Bustelo, and that's probably pretty bad for you, I'm sure. And the Keurig is just too convenient. But I like a dark coffee, and that's the only thing dark espresso I could find in the Keurig that I kind of like a little bit. But that's what I use.
Yeah, N1 DRS. I don't know if I get my call. You can buy the inserts. I have a stainless steel insert, and I can pack it for the Keurig, so you know you can do that, right?
Yeah, you know, Dave, you know, you're a smart guy. You're pretty up on. You read the instructions probably. Well, when I first started with the insert and filling it, you can't fill it all the way. You only fill it about halfway. You know, there's some tricks I learned. And the other thing is you just can't put it in and close the lever. When you do it that way, you have to actually push and hold the lever down. Otherwise, the water, it's not pressurized properly. It doesn't seal properly. And the water starts running out the side of the retainer, and it's kind of messy. It misses the cup a little bit. I don't know if you ever experienced that. So it took a few times for me to figure it out. So about 2/3 of the way you fill it, and when you push that lever down, you gotta hold it pushed down while it's pouring, and then it doesn't leak. It works fine. I was looking for.
CQ Adirondack, CQ Parks on the air, Kilo 2 Echo Alpha Golf. CQ for activate the Adirondacks and Parks on.
Morning, Ron. Morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Jim.
Yeah, well, you better hope they don't get out in the
It'll be open season on Jeff.
Bad experiences with bees and their type. What do they call them, bumblebees or yellow jackets? I don't know. Don't chase your food.
Got those underground outside the patch. Bulb-faced hornets are the worst. Yeah.
You know, the other thing too is like, you know, I don't really clean it, man. I just I'll make like a couple hot water teas with nothing in it, and you know, I just kind of, you know, just clean out the nozzle thing. That's really about it, and I haven't had any problems, knock on wood. But you know, if you get, I mean, it depends on how many coffee. I mean, we make tons of coffee, especially the kids. My boys are they use that coffee machines more than we do. We get all the little bells and whistles. We got the grinders and all that stuff. But most of the time, everyone uses just the pods, and we have like like right now we're using the seasonal pods. So they have all the different seasonal coffees that you can have, and so on and so on.
Well, the whole family is using yours. I would say it's working pretty well, but you get a better model than me, it seems. You get the one with all the features. I guess everybody wants different types of drinks, which is good. You know, it's not much more money, but for me, I'm basic. I'm old. I'm simple. And I go through a box of 80. Every 2 to 3 weeks, depending on, you know, how much coffee I mean, I could go through 10, 12 Keurig cups a day in one day if I'm really, you know, drinking coffee one after another. But I try to break it up with water, cranberry water and all that quite a bit. I have to have some type of flavor in the water. And so I use the cranberry because I take the Jardiance, and to help prevent any type of urinary tract infection, I use the cranberry to natural substitute for that, because the Jardiance, what it does is it allows the sugar to bypass the kidney and go directly into the urinary tract, and your body expels it, so you don't have to process it and then store it, you know, as fat in the cell or whatever. But the Jardiance works well. But I don't do it all the time. You know, I may do the Jardiance 3 or 4 times a week instead of every day like they want. But I'm never really too big on always taking the medicine. I always slack off. I feel better that way personally, but is it better? Well, I don't know. We'll find out in the long run. But it works. It works for me doing it like that. So the cranberry, because I plain water. I have to have something more than plain water. I have to have a little flavor to it. So the cranberries seem to be, and it's not good because it's got high sugar, but it has the urinary tract effect, so that helps with the Jardiance. And there you go. It's always something, Dave. But I'll probably, like I said, I think this thing went into cleaning mode one time on its own. The bottled water, I don't get much calcium or any type of build-up. But, you know, when I run low, what I'll do is then I'll run the warm tap water in there. And I got the brush, and I run the brush in there and wipe the walls and clean it, and then put fresh Poland Spring back.
Ah, there you go. N1 DRS. Yeah, I go back and forth. We have, we have the refrigerator that has the, the ice and water and all that good stuff in it. And I use that sometimes because I'm always replacing the damn filter on that thing, and I think I replace it a little prematurely because every time that light comes on no matter what. I remember before I even used the damn thing, the light used to come on after so many months. So I think it kind of determines how much or how often it should be changed, and then they just add it in. You know how that goes. But we'll see. We got a couple things. I got to work today. I don't want to work. Oh my God. Ugh. So I just weighed in 39 pounds. 39 pounds down from where I was here this last year. There, over.
Well, I think you must feel like $1 million. 40 pounds. That's quite a bit of weight, and you must feel great. You probably breathe better, more energy, and all that. So, one last thing I'm going to mention about the water filter. You're on the right track. You always want to change them early, because what happens is, I don't know if you ever heard this term, but you can look it up. We learned this when we started with the zero water filter, and I found out how the zero water filter works. It's not really doing what they claim it does. They actually introduce a chemical in there, so when you put the tester in there, it doesn't read anything, and that's stupid, and it's dangerous. But the filters, what they call, after they get too clogged or they use too much to a point, they burp. And what that means is when the filter burps, it blows by all the contaminants it filtered out in high concentrated amounts that it starts to pass that through. You don't want that. So you want to change it before it burps. You can look that up. N1 DRS KC2ZUR.
Yeah, very good. No, I believe you. And like I said, we just change it. The light comes on, we change it out. And we don't use it that much. Well, I think I'm the only one who uses it. I don't even know if the kids know it exists. Because every time they get to the coffee machine, it's already water in the damn thing there, over.
There you go. Well, it's because you're up before them, or you guys use it. You guys are up early. When I was a kid, you couldn't get me out of bed. You know that.
No, I hear you. Hey, I'll be back in 1 minute if you're going to be around. I got to run in the other room and use the gentleman's room. N1 DRS.
For you, I'll stick around, Dave. I'll definitely stick around over here. And but I am planning within the half an hour to get back in that other room and mess around and just relax a little bit in the morning. I don't know where everybody went. We had a good amount of people come in here. Dougie was in here. Doug got in here real quick, but Doug is a busy bee, and he's got the family running ragged, and I understand because time goes by so fast. They're not going to be around, or they're not going to want to be around to do anything. Anyway, let's see if there is anyone else on the frequency. What about Marcy? Marcy, you're always listening. Now's a good time to chime in, Marcy. You can really help me out here. Anyway, this is KC2ZUR. Anybody else in there?
Richard. KD2WOW.
KD2WOW. You were on my mind, Marcy. all morning. I don't know why. I figured it's about that time of the month where you usually chime in, and I guess I made a connection. So thank goodness for that. Marcy, how the heck are you? Hope everything's well. Hope you're doing really well there, doing good. I know you're not sick. You sound fine. So that's good. Be careful. It's going around again. Brian, you know, our dear friend Brian, driving that school bus in that petri of disease, they got him. He couldn't hide forever. He could hide for the summer, but they got him when he went back. But Marcy, I hope all is well. I hope everything's doing good. Tell me, what have you been up to with the radios, and what else has been going on? Anything good? KD2WOW, KC2ZUR.
KC2ZUR from KD2WOW. I had a busy summer, and yes, Brian is riding around in that petri dish. I was listening to him. He sounds terrible. He sounds bad. It sounds like he needs to boost his vitamin C and zinc if he's going to be around all those rugrats all day. That's not nice. But anyway, it is my time of the month to be here, I guess. I've had a very, very busy summer. I had some outpatient surgery, so I was down for a while. I changed an antenna. I went to all battery power on my shack here, but I'm not quite sure how good that's working out. There seems to be a parasitic draw. I think it's pointing to the batteries themselves. The protective circuitry in the battery create parasitic.
Don't have communication with your spouse.